Hi guys, welcome back. I'm excited to be with you today. In a previous lesson, we talked about evaluating algebraic expressions, and we're going to continue that lesson today by making it just a touch more complicated. That's why I like Saxon, because we start off easy and then we make it a little bit more complicated for you. Okay, so let me get this all nice and adjusted. Yeah, wrong way. No, I don't want that. Oof. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to get the whole board. I write too big. Okay, I'm on page 72. If you're following along at home, the third edition, Algebra 1. If you are one of my students, you better be opening up that notebook to your notes section, writing down lesson 16 and copying down whatever it is that I write. All right, for example number 1, we have negative a. And guys, I love these. I think they're like puzzles. So, p minus a. All right, to be really careful on these guys, you really want to use your parentheses, especially for, I'm sorry, my light's a little bright there, especially for negative numbers. I'm going to pause this for a second, fix my light. Okay, that's the best I can do. So if I move, you can like see it. Okay, so the best way to do this is you really want to use your parentheses, all right? Use those parentheses. So when I see something like this, what I'm going to do is change these brackets into braces. Remember, that's like a little hill, peak, hill, right? Change this bracket into hill, peak, hill, and then I'm going to change these guys into brackets. You're like, all right. So when I copy it down, this is how I copy it down, right? I have p equals -2 and a equals -4, particularly in this case because these are negatives and you sometimes have to use parentheses with negatives, okay? So what we want to do, until you get really good at these, I think the best way to do this is you're going to put in parentheses for every place that there's a variable, okay? So we're going to do negative, parentheses, we got a brace, we got negative, parentheses, bracket, parentheses, minus parentheses, bracket, brace. I can't do that side. Okay, so now what we're going to do is everywhere there's an a, we're going to do a -4. So we have -4, -4, -4, and wherever there's a p, we do -2. All right, we got to simplify this, right? Right here, a negative and a negative is positive, so that's just going to be 4, okay? Use our little brace, negative and a negative, that's also going to be 4. Use our brackets here, we get -2 minus -4. All right, so we can go back to using our parentheses now. So in this case, what we're going to do is, now we got to do our order of operations, right? These guys, we're going to do everything in those parentheses first, working our way outwards. We're going to add the opposite. So what we have is 4, and I'm just going to switch back to parentheses. This is 4, and the operation between these guys is multiplication. This thing right here equals 2. Bam, what we have is 4 times this guy right here is 8. I'm getting really far down there. And this is going to give us 32, okay? So let's try some others. I'll adjust so that I'm not off the table here. All right, so looking at that, we have example 2. We have ax, and instead of brackets, I'm going to use some braces. Negative a, instead of these guys, I'm going to use some brackets. A minus x, brackets, braces. Okay. A equals -2. X equals -6. A equals -2. X equals -6. Good. We're going to rewrite this whole problem, but with parentheses wherever there is a variable. Here, 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 here. We're going to do a brace. We're going to do a negative parentheses. We're going to do a bracket, parentheses minus parentheses. Hopefully that's making sense to everybody, right? We just put in a bunch of bubbles. I like to call them bubbles. Wherever there's an a, we're going to put a -2. So -2 here, -2 here, -2 here. Wherever there's an x, we're going to do a -6. -6. Good. All right, we're going to want to do our parentheses first. So this guy, all this stuff right in here, but we can do some simplifying along the way. -2, -6, that's 12. Okay, then we've got, I'm going to put a brace here because we're going to be combining enough stuff that I think that this should work. Sometimes I mess up and you end up with like double parentheses. That's totally okay. Or you end up with braces all the way down and no parentheses. Totally fine too. Negative and a negative is a positive, so that's going to be 2. Okay, And within our parentheses, we have -2 minus -6. -2 minus -6. Again, I'm being very clear about my subtraction and my negative sign, right? I'm boosting it up a little bit. All right, so I can close that guy out. We're gonna wanna do those parentheses. We add the opposite, right? Add the opposite. So now we have 12 parentheses, 2. And now that I've done everything in here, I'm gonna take it out of the parentheses, and -2 and 6 is 4. Beautiful. So what this really is 12 times 2 times 4. I could do this times 8, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Like say I can't remember off the top of my head. What I could do is this times this is 48, and then this is doubled. So 48 double is 96. Just show you can multiply in any order. All right, I gotta write smaller. This is not gonna fit on here. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna have to start standing up. The whiteboard and recording, you don't want that. It's exhausting standing up. Okay, the next one, we're gonna do a couple more together. We have negative b bracket, negative b, minus c minus b, c equals -6. All right, so again, I wasn't thinking, and I should have put like a brace here and then make these guys into brackets. Brackets, make that into a bracket, and I'll turn this guy into a brace. So you can rewrite it. I'm just gonna run out of room if I do. All right, so let's put in our parentheses, negative bubbles, minus bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. All right, minus, and then there we go. Oh God, that was dreadful. Oh God, what is going on? Hill, peak, hill. There we go. All right, so anywhere that there is a B, I'm gonna put in a -4, so that goes here. That goes here, here, and on our B, over here, -4. And then anywhere there's a C, there's just those 2. We're gonna do a -6. All right, so simplifying time, right? This guy right here, negative, negative is +4, okay? Negative, negative, +4. -4 minus -6. -4 minus -6. Minus -6 minus -4. All right, we've got it nice and simple now, okay? We want to do these parentheses in here first, right? So we're gonna add the opposite. So what we have is 4, I'm gonna try brackets because I don't think I need any of those. 4 times, and let me make sure I wrote this down right. So, okay, yeah. 4 times, and then these guys are 2 minus, these guys right here are -2. Again, do you see minus, negative, boop, boost that one up. I could have used parentheses. That's why I thought I made a mistake and had to look down. All right, we can do these guys right here, right? That's gonna be 8, so we're gonna do 4. Again, I'm writing giant. 4 times 8 minus -2, we're gonna add the opposite. That gives us 10. So we have 4 times 10, which equals 40. 4 times 10 equals 40. Guys, the key on these things is just take it one step at a time. One step at a time, okay? All right, we are at the practice problems. So what we'll do is go ahead and pause the video and try those practice problems while I adjust things here. All right, so, and when you're done, come on back. Oh, that was a very bright light I had. I should have paused it. Sorry guys, I don't know how to edit videos. So I'm gonna pause this really quick. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Okay, so we are doing the practice problems. We've got A. We have -A, this guy, P, -4, A equals 2. A equals 2. Okay, so for these guys here, we're going to do the same thing. We're gonna do bubbles, bracket, bubbles. Oh, see, it gets a little confusing. You know what? Since you're new at this, we're gonna do turn these guys into our braces, turn this into a bracket, turn this into a bracket, turn this into a brace, okay? I think that's probably the easiest way to do these. And then we'll do parentheses. Now we'll do parentheses, brace, negative, parentheses, bracket, parentheses, minus parentheses, bracket, brace. All right, so everywhere there is a P, there's just one, -4, and everywhere there's an A, we're gonna do 2, 2, and 2. That's dreadful. All right, so I have -2. I'm gonna jump out of those and go back to a brace. And this times this is -2, parentheses, -4 minus 2. All right, I've simplified this down a little bit, right? Looks a little nicer. We're gonna add the opposite here because we wanna do those parentheses. This is gonna be -6. So now we have -2. -2 times -6. I took it out of the parentheses because we're done, we can't do anything. So -2 times, and again, I'm gonna take these out of the parentheses. This right here, 12. That equals -24. -24. Make sure your work is looking like mine, right? You're going downwards. It's a lot easier than trying to make me guess and check what's going on in your head. All right, so let's try B. We have PA. Oh, I'm gonna start off on the right foot. Instead of the brace, instead of the bracket, I'm gonna do a brace minus P bracket, -8, or 8, A, one of those, whatever. A, and then brace. We have P is -2, A is -4. All right, so guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do our bubbles. Got some bubbles in here, negative bubbles. Negative bubbles. All right, so everywhere there's a P, we're gonna put -2 and -2. And everywhere there's an A, we're gonna do -4. -4, we're gonna clean this up. We got this guy right here, that's +8, +8. Then we have this and this, that gives us +2. Then we have, oh, we can just do that right there. That's gonna be +4, right, because it's double. So, +4, that was easy. 8 times all this garbage is 8. We get 64. 8 times 8 is 64. All right, let's do C. C. Give me a little bit more room, right? Okay. Poor late. I'm sorry, you guys have to stare at that. -X, and then we're gonna do a brace instead of a bracket, minus X. Bracket, X minus A, bracket, minus bracket, A minus X, bracket, brace. And we've got X equals -2A equals -5. X equals 2, A equals -5. Beautiful. We're gonna put in our bubbles. That's the longest I've been quiet, like, ever. All right, so we've got, everywhere there's an X, we're gonna put in a -2, right? A -2. Oh, I moved this a little too far. There we go. We're gonna do -2, -2. -2, -2, right? And then wherever there's an A, we're gonna put -5 and -5. Let's clean this up, clean this up. We have -2, that's 2. We have -2, that's 2. Yeah, can't think today. -2 minus -5. Okay, minus -5 minus -2. All right, nice and cleaned up now. Let's work our way, we're gonna do the parentheses first, right? Work our way from the outwards, or inwards, from the inside out. Words are hard. All right, add the opposite, add the opposite. All right, so now what I have is 2 brace, 2 times, this guy is gonna be 3, minus, this guy is gonna be -3. So I'm changing these in parentheses. All right, we're gonna do everything on those parentheses. This is gonna be 6. So we have 2 times 6 minus -3. We're gonna add the opposite. That gives us 9. So we have 2 times 9, which gives us 18. All right, guys, those are the practice problems for this lesson. Go ahead and complete the lesson. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you soon.